Hello beautiful, this is Chrissy coming at you from Burlington, Vermont from my porch, and I wanted to make this video for you because I know a lot of clients ask me questions like, I know what I should be doing, right? I know I should be eating this, this, and this, but what do I do when I'm in the middle of a crazy binge, or I just need to have this certain food right now and there just seems to be no other way? So I wanted to let you know that I'm personally in one of those experiences right now, and I just wanted to show you what it's like to use these tools in real life so you don't have to let food have such a huge, powerful control over you. What you'll see also is that not everything about the situation changes, but the way that you handle it can, so that you can get a different result. So I don't know what's been going on pretty much for the past 2 days. I'm going to be getting my period. I'm feeling a little just tender and vulnerable. I just been feeling a little bit off, and I've been having some things like a couple glasses of wine and stuff that had sugar in it, so my body almost feels a little bit like it's craving sugar and carbs. It's fall, it's cold, it's been rainy. It's like pretty much everything is working against me saying, eat really comfy food, eat sugar, eat all these things, right? So just so you know, I still have these cravings too. That it's not like they just are magically gone when you start having a healthier lifestyle. But what I noticed today was I could not stop myself from going to the sweet aisle at the grocery store. I found myself going over there and looking at all the stuff, and I just knew I needed something creamy and sugary and rich. And I eyed this little cheesecake thing in a jar, and I was like, yes, that's it, that's what I need. So in my head, I'm going through my tools being like, Chrissy, are you emotionally eating? Sweetie, what do you need? What does your body want right now? But all that's happening in my head is saying, fuck it, get the dessert, do it, this is gonna happen, right? I don't know if you can relate, but in my head, it's pretty much just like, you're gonna do it, just do it. And it's a little bit maddening, right? You're kind of like, oh my God, I can't stop this compulsion to want to eat this food. So this is what I did. I bought the cheesecake, right? I couldn't stop myself. I just couldn't. But now I know that that's okay. I drove home. I opened the top of the jar in the car, thinking I could dive in, but I didn't have a fork, and I was literally trying to figure out how I could get into this thing. But somehow I breathed through it. I was able to get home, and that was good. And then I got to the kitchen. I'm like, yes, now it's time. And I was just realizing how much of me wanted this cheesecake, it was life or death. I needed to get it as soon as possible. That again is another key that it's emotionally driven, right? It's emotional eating at that point. It's not just hunger. So in the old days, what I would have done is been really hard on myself for getting the cheesecake. Been like, well, you know what, you're just gonna do it anyway, so you might as well have it. I would have wolfed it down, barely even tasted it, felt super guilty, and would have continued to find more and more things that would fill my craving. Or I would, say, I'm gonna start over tomorrow, and kind of go off the deep end with food and beer and wine and whatever, and then tell myself I'd go on a cleanse the next week or whatever. So today I did something different. Like I said, I bought the cheesecake, but then what I decided to do was mix it with some primary food. So instead of just wolfing it down, standing up in my kitchen, I came out here to my porch, I took some deep breaths, I have it right here, and I took some bites, and I actually noticed, do I like the taste of this? Yeah, it's okay, but it's not everything, right? And I took a couple more bites and breathed and took in beautiful surroundings here, and before you know it, I felt something click. I felt satisfied. I didn't feel that crazy driving forward, hunger, ravenous, bingy thing happening. And yeah, I don't know if you can see this, but I only had a few bites, and I'm done. I feel like putting the cap on and going inside and then doing something else. And so I just wanted to share that with you to see what it looks like in real life using these tools. Sometimes you can use some of the tools and you don't buy the cheesecake. Sometimes you do all that you can not to eat the cheesecake in the car after you've already bought it. But you can still, throughout the whole process, find little ways to treat yourself and find out what you really do need to mix in some primary food, some nourishment that's not physical food, like nature, deep breathing, relaxation, kindness, tenderness, sweetness, the ability to not say, oh, you screwed everything up. And when that happens, you have more choice. So you know what? I had a few bites of cheesecake, but I know that I still have the freedom to turn it around and do something else from this point and this day forward. And I hope this is helpful for you and that you can use this to see where maybe you can use some of these insights in your own life. Okay, good luck.